Kaye Adams joins me, a TV presenter who you may know has been in the papers quite a lot lately, has faced an ongoing tax battle with HMRC over a series of tax rules, a set of tax rules called IR35. I've spoken about it. It's impacted on me as well, not quite to the degree that it's impacted on Kaye. Kaye, good afternoon. Thanks for joining me, Kaye.
Hi.
You took the decision to fight HMRC. You did not accept what they were saying about your taxes. And you've been to you've won 4 tribunal hearings.
Well, 3, I mean, I have to say really quickly, Sheila, I'm not putting myself in the same bracket as the sub-postmasters. I'm full of admiration for them. Yeah. I'm horrified at what's happened to them. It's despicable. Unfortunately, I am not shocked because of my experience. Yeah. Had I chosen to fight? Yeah, initially, absolutely, because I totally believe that I was in the right. I was working in the way that I had worked for many years, as a freelance person, had 2 kids, no maternity, no benefits, etc. And then 7 years after I set up my company, which is a common way to work, then suddenly HMRC decide it's problematic. And I think lots of people, including yourself, have had that issue. You think, whoa, how did the goalpost shift here? Yeah. So yes, initially I thought, well, I'm not having this because it's just wrong. But then once you get on that legal merry-go-round, you are stuck. It's actually very difficult to get off. I mean, so even to get through the first round of the first-tier tribunal, which is supposed to be accessible by the ordinary man and woman in the street, I burnt through 100 grand of insurance money. 100 grand. And then I win it. I think, fantastic. And then the appeal. And you're like, okay, I've got to go to the second stage. How much is this going to cost? Well, that's another 60 grand. And the insurance has gone. What do you do? But I won that one as well. And then they take you to the Court of Appeal. And the Court of Appeal was an absolute doozy. It cost me something like 60 grand to pay my own defence. And then because the Court of Appeal ruled on a matter of law, but declined to rule on me, it was decided I had to pay HMRC's expenses as well.
Oh, my God.
Then I go back to another tribunal because they decided not to rule on me, and that cost another 76 grand. I mean, my God, I wish I had a civil servant's pension because mine has gone in legal fees.
Yeah.
And I've never lost. I've never lost.
Yeah. And you have recently won again, but are still, I think, waiting to hear whether they will appeal again.
The end of the month. I mean, it's been 10 years, Sheila.
I know.
It's been a long 10 years, and I feel so much for those sub-postmasters and mistresses who've had to bear so much more than me, because the money is one thing, and, like I say, I'm 61, I've no pension. But, for them to have gone through what they have, losing their sense of self. Yeah. I mean, I do not want to go down as a fluent tax dodger. I'm proud to pay my taxes. Yeah. Proud to pay my taxes, always have been. But to somehow be cast as somebody who's trying to dodge things because you've got this mighty, mighty beast of HMRC in their bottomless pocket, my God, it's galling.
And I know from speaking to you many times, Kaye, that you do obviously you have your own case, but you zoom out a lot to the principles at stake here. And it was interesting to hear Sean Hudson there describe the post office tactics being known by the government: outspend, browbeat, bully. I was thinking of you when he put that list out, because the Treasury knows.
Well, yeah. I mean, you just, as a private individual, you just do not have at your disposal the funds they have. And it's not just that. Because it's the HMRC in my case, they can access the very best of counsel for a fraction of the price that I can or any other person can access it. So a barrister that might cost you or I £60,000 will cost them 25.
And hilariously, they're freelance.
The barristers are self-employed, and nobody seems to be questioning that, which is, another twist. So
in
you're
the
sitting there, and you're looking at this situation, and you're thinking, I always bought into the system. I always thought of myself as, a nice, ordinary, law-abiding, keep your head down person. And I'm looking at this, and it just feels like it's rigged. It feels, I'm not saying it is, but I am saying it feels like it is.
Well, if it's not rigged, the state, all incarnations of it, know that that imbalance, that judicial imbalance exists, that legal imbalance exists, and they need to put it right.
And the other thing, picking up from the sub-postmasters, it's the way they deal with you. It's the language that they use. It's the manner of dealing with you. It's not like, okay, we seem to have an issue here, can we talk about it? There's none of that. Every communication is hardball.
Yeah.
You open an email, you open a letter, and your heart sinks because they give nothing. They give nothing. And you're made to feel like a crook. And that's hard to bear when it's just not, it's not what you want to be.
Be good if this was a turning point generally, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it has cast a light on these big institutions and big corporations that we tend to, as human beings, naturally put our faith in because you think they know more than me. They got the money, they got the power.
I want to do the right thing, yeah.
And often we dismiss whistleblowers in various situations as being somebody with a grievance, somebody, who is just trying to make trouble. We need to listen to those people a lot more. We really do, in all kind of disputes like this that come up. And I hope it has made people, sadly, just a little bit more cynical about these great organs of state.
Good to talk to you, Kaye. Kaye Adams, TV presenter, describing there her own ongoing tax battle with HMRC over at IR35. And thanks again to Sean Hudson of the Communication Workers Union. It's time for the news. It's 2:01.